this Saturday when we've been partnered to pull some folks together. And every year, rather than having it be some big corporate event where we celebrate what the company has done or the employees here have done, I figure Facebook is all about community, right? It's all about what people around the world are coming together to do, connecting with friends and family, and forming these communities. And we want to turn every year Facebook's birthday into the celebration of friendship and community around the world. So it is especially meaningful for me to get a chance to sit down and hear from you guys who all have such amazing stories of how you created communities and brought people together using the stuff that we played some role in building. And this is like, you can probably imagine how special it is for us to hear your stories of what you're doing, because every day we're writing code and building things, and it's so that you guys and people like you around the world can do the kinds of things that you are coming here and talking about. So it's just super special and meaningful. I think that this is a time in the world where there's more division than there has been in a while, and I think that means that connecting with friends and bringing groups together is probably more important now than it ever has been, or has been in a very long time. That's not just in the U.S. Right? There are folks here not from here, I think some of this division is all over the world now. Right? This is not just an American phenomenon, and I think part of what we need to do as a world to come together is build the kind of communities that you guys are, and it's really meaningful and special for us to be a part of your stories and how you're pulling people together and bringing people together. At Facebook, we've spent, I guess this will be our 13th birthday. We've spent the last decade or more really focusing on connecting friends and family. And going forward, I think one of the next things that we really need to focus on is groups and communities. And your stories show that we're not starting from zero on this. I mean, there's a lot of great work has been done. More than 1 billion people around the world use groups and form communities on Facebook. But I just think that there's so much more that needs to get done. If you look at, in the physical world, we derive so much of our meaning and our sense of purpose and hope for the future from the groups that we're a part of, whether they're churches or unions or local groups or the different things that you're all creating. And increasingly with the internet, those things don't have to just be tied to a physical location. So you have the ability to create these communities that span lots of space and can bring people together who couldn't previously be a part of a community together. And I view that as one of the next big things that we need to go take on as a global community, is how to make it so that everyone around the world can create those communities, how we can give people who want to create those communities the power to lead those groups and evangelize them and help curate them and grow that to just help build a tighter social fabric around the world. So that's I don't want to talk for too long up front. I mostly am here because I want to listen to your stories and get your feedback on how we can do this better, especially around building communities and groups, as that's going to be a big part of the next chapter. But I want to especially thank, I guess, you guys in this corner for being a part of some of the communities that I've tried to help build around my yearly challenges. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but every year I do. Yeah, so I'm doing a year of travel this year. It kind of fits into this theme of wanting to understand more about how people are working, how people are living, and what people's hopes are for the future, so we can help in this community build the tools. We met very briefly at a restaurant in Waxahachie in Texas on the first date that I went to go visit earlier this year. And Nicholas was a part of the challenge that I did last year around running. And he started an awesome group on Facebook where not only did you actually pull a bunch of people together in your local city to go run, but you got folks to clean up trash along the way. And then it just spread. I mean, people loved the idea, so they just kept on asking to join in, and people were doing it in different cities. And so I mean, this I think is just an awesome example of how you create community, people join in, they take it in different directions, and we can do some really good stuff. So thank you guys especially for coming and being here with us today, and thank you guys all. And I want to mostly spend the rest of the time here, hearing your feedback and your stories and things that you think that we can do better as we continue in this quest to help connect everyone. So thank you.